What's going on, guys? Matthew Noah here. I'm going to talk about when I wrestled as a kid. I'm not talking about WWE, but being on a wrestling team. About 20 something away from getting to 350 subscribers, which would be 200 for the month, which is insane. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I really do appreciate it. It's been awesome. It's been a great ride so far. Let's keep it going. All right, so 6 years old, which I think is pretty young to start wrestling, but that's just how it is. That's when you started wrestling for the Dalton Falcons in Dalton, Illinois, of course. And the coach was Marty Combs, which he's no longer with us. Rest in peace. Legendary figure in that area for wrestling because they have a tournament named after him. But anyways, and he was good friends with my dad. So start wrestling. I'm on the team, and he had three young boys. And I'm the youngest of four, so I was best friends with the youngest, and he had softened up by that time. There's some stories about the way he coached, with an iron fist, but I'm not going to get into that stuff. But his son just was allowed to get away with whatever. So we would leave practice in the middle of it and just do our own thing, hang out in the other gym or whatever. So first year wrestling, I'm just losing every match. I'm getting absolutely destroyed every single match. Finally it's getting to the last tournament. My dad, the talker with my dad, everybody's like, probably not for him. We're probably not going to continue with it. This will be his last year. So first round, of course, I'm against this kid from the Harvey Twisters, which that was like the big team in that area. Like, they were always known for having the best wrestlers, great coaching staff. They knew how to recruit the kids in their neighborhood. How kids are at that age, my age, that like know who he was. They're like, oh, he's gonna absolutely demolish you. So my dad was trying to get me to talk, like, just do the best you can. I know. You okay? Hey, stop wrestling, you two. My dogs are messing around. All right, so I start to get annoyed. I'm just like, I don't know, for some reason, I'm like, I'm sick of all this talk about how good this kid is or whatever. So get in there, and we have a match. We have an actual wrestling match, and went toe-to-toe with him. Didn't win the match, but he only beat me by a couple points, which just, like, absolutely astonished everybody. So their coach comes up to my dad afterwards, and he's just like, your son, a decent wrestler, you got something there. And that was a big part in the decision for me to wrestle the next year. So now we're going into my 7-year-old year, and starts kind of the same. Even though I am doing the practices are grueling. I know any of you guys that like wrestle knows how it is, man. It's crazy, the cardio. Jogging, around, and you have to keep up a certain speed. Bear crawls, army crawls back across the mat, all those different things. Whatever animal crawl you can think of, you're doing. Practicing wrestling moves. Cooper, leave that alone. So finally, we go to the Rosemont Horizon, which is like a big tournament, and face off against a kid that's known for being pretty good, and I beat him. I win my first match, and I don't remember this, but I guess I said, because a lot of, I'm 6, 7 years old, a lot of these memories are like kind of, some are vague, some of them I remember more clearly, but I guess I was like, yeah, I was just tired of losing. I guess that's what I said. I don't remember it. So we're going through some tournaments, and I'm starting to place. I'm starting to bring home ribbons, second, third, fourth. We get to this tournament. It's the Mustang tournament, somewhat prestigious in our area. And I'm just going through the kids, one round, second round, third round, easy wins, pins, and I get to it's the title round, for first place to get my first trophy. And the other kid was doing the same thing, just pinning everybody. So, we got this little match going on here. So we get to the match, I'm thinking it's going to be tough, so I go in aggressive. I just, boom, shoot straight for the legs, start taking them down. I'm throwing this kid all over the mat. I mean, now, when I say throwing around the mat, I was beating him handily. Well, he must have just not been used to losing or something, because he is yelling for bloody mercy. I mean, the whole gym can hear him crying out. Like I'm murdering this kid. Like, you would have thought, like, Dateline was going to do an episode on this and how I killed this kid. It was absolutely crazy. So obviously I won. Big deal. Take home the trophy. All of a sudden I'm winning, a lot, which was cool, which shows you, if you actually practice, you actually, take the losses and like try to figure out a way to get better. You can get better. Problem was, let me tell this real quick. So there's like regional and sectionals, and then there's the state, which is the big tournament. I guess I did enough to get to the round before state. And then something had to do, like, where I needed somebody to win against a guy for me to get in, and that guy didn't win. So I didn't get to go to the state tournament, which is the big tournament, which sucked. But had to quit wrestling. We moved. My mom moved us to Hyde Park, Chicago. There's no wrestling out there, and for my dad to drive all the way out to grab me and bring me to practice like every day of the week just wasn't going to be feasible. That would have been like 5 to 6 hours of his time after work. I mean, maybe not that much, but it would have been a lot of time. I mean, I guess including the practice, yeah, it would have been that amount of time. So had to end up quit wrestling, but it's just some good memories. You guys, if you guys have wrestled, talk about your experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Because we really loved wrestling. We would go to the tournaments, the state tournaments, and watch them. We started watching, going to the high school state every year to watch me, my dad, and my brother Billy, and we really had a good time with it. All right, peace.